You think you're doing everything right. Every single morning, you sit down to what you've been told for decades is a healthy breakfast. A warm bowl of oatmeal, a sliced banana on top, a drizzle of honey, maybe a glass of orange juice on the side. You feel good about it, virtuous even. And yet your morning blood sugar keeps creeping up. Your energy crashes by 10 o'clock. That stubborn weight won't budge around your middle. And at your last checkup, the doctor frowned at your A1C and muttered the word, pre-diabetic. And you think to yourself, how? I eat so healthy. Here is the hard truth almost nobody tells you. The single most damaging thing you do to your blood sugar each day may be the very breakfast you've been trusting to protect it. That healthy morning meal could be spiking your blood sugar higher than a candy bar, and you'd never suspect it. Now stay with me, because today I'm going to show you exactly why this happens. I'm going to reveal the #1 healthy breakfast that's quietly sabotaging people over 60, and it's one most of you are eating right now. And then, most importantly, I'm going to give you the simple way to fix it. Not by skipping breakfast, not by some miserable diet, but by a few small changes that keep that same comforting morning meal from wrecking your blood sugar. And I promise you, once you understand the one thing happening in your body in the early morning, you will never look at your breakfast the same way again. My name is Dr. Paul Brenner, and in over 30 years of caring for people over 60, I've watched countless good, careful people slide toward diabetes while eating what they believed was a perfect diet, simply because no one ever explained this to them. Today, I'm going to explain it to you. Before we begin, please subscribe, because protecting your blood sugar protects your heart, your kidneys, your eyes, your nerves, your memory. Truly everything we talk about on this channel. And it could help someone you love too. Let's get into it. First, you have to understand something that makes breakfast uniquely important after 60, and it's a phenomenon most people have never heard of. Doctors call it the dawn phenomenon. Here's what happens. In the early morning hours, while you're still asleep and getting ready to wake, your body releases a surge of hormones, cortisol and others, to get you going for the day. And those hormones do two things to your blood sugar. First, they signal your liver to release a dose of stored glucose into your bloodstream, like a little shot of fuel to start your engine. And second, they make your body temporarily more resistant to insulin in the morning than at any other time of day. And then, right into that loaded system, you pour a big bowl of fast-digesting carbohydrates. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire that's already lit. This is exactly why the same food that might barely budge your blood sugar at lunch can send it through the roof at breakfast. The morning is your most vulnerable window, and that changes everything about what you should put on your plate. So let me explain what a blood sugar spike actually does to you, because it's not just a number. When you eat those fast carbs, your blood sugar shoots up. Your pancreas panics and floods your body with insulin to bring it back down. That insulin surge often overshoots, dropping your blood sugar low a couple of hours later. And that's the mid-morning crash, the shakiness, the brain fog, the desperate craving for a snack at 10:30. So you eat again and you ride that roller coaster all day. But the deeper damage is what those repeated spikes do over months and years. Every spike is a small flood of sugar battering the delicate linings of your blood vessels and your nerves. It's the same process that damages the nerves in your feet, the filters in your kidneys, the tiny vessels in your eyes, and even, research increasingly shows, your brain. High insulin also tells your body to store fat, especially around your belly, and it drives the insulin resistance that becomes type 2 diabetes. So this isn't about one bad morning. The breakfast you eat every day is either gentling your blood sugar or hammering it, 365 times a year. Now let's find out which foods are doing the hammering, because some of the worst offenders are wearing a halo of health. Let me count down the healthy breakfast foods that spike your blood sugar the hardest, building up to that #1. Let's start with one that surprises people: whole grain and wheat toast. You switched from white bread to brown, thinking you'd done a good thing. And brown bread is marginally better. But here's the catch. Most commercial whole wheat bread is still made from flour ground so fine that your body digests it almost as fast as white bread, spiking your sugar nearly as much. The word wheat on the bag does not mean what you think it means. Next, breakfast cereal. And I mean even the ones marketed as healthy, the bran flakes, the whole grain cereals, the ones with a heart symbol on the box. Most breakfast cereals are highly processed, fast-digesting carbohydrate, often with added sugar. And that bowl of cereal with milk is one of the fastest blood sugar spikes you can eat. Then there's flavored yogurt. You reached for yogurt thinking, protein, healthy. But those fruit on the bottom and low-fat flavored yogurts can contain as much sugar as a dessert. A single cup can hide 6 or 7 teaspoons of sugar. Then granola, which has perhaps the most undeserved health halo of all. It's typically oats baked with sugar, honey, and oils into dense, sugary clusters. And the portions people pour are enormous. And of course, the liquid culprits we've discussed before, fruit juice and store-bought smoothies, which are essentially sugar your body absorbs almost instantly. Even a big bowl of tropical fruit, mango, pineapple, banana, eaten alone, hits your bloodstream as a rush of sugar. Every one of these is marketed to you as healthy. Every one of them, eaten the wrong way, spikes your morning blood sugar. But none of them is number one. Number one is the breakfast people specifically choose because they believe it is the healthiest, most diabetic-friendly choice of all. The number one healthy breakfast spiking your blood sugar is the classic oatmeal bowl. And before anyone gets upset, let me be very precise because this matters. I am not telling you oatmeal is evil. Plain, minimally processed oats have fiber and real benefits. The problem is the way almost everyone over 60 actually eats their oatmeal, and the type they choose. Here's the typical healthy breakfast I see every day. A packet of instant flavored oatmeal, or a big bowl of quick oats, topped with a sliced banana, a generous drizzle of honey or a sprinkle of brown sugar, maybe some dried fruit, and a glass of orange juice on the side. Let me walk you through what your body sees. Instant and quick oats have been processed and flattened so thoroughly that they digest almost as fast as sugar. Most of the slow-release benefit is gone. That's spike number one. Then the banana. A ripe banana is a substantial dose of sugar all by itself. Spike number two. Then the honey or brown sugar, pure sugar, straight in. Spike number three. The dried fruit, concentrated sugar. And the orange juice, liquid sugar with nothing to slow it. So this single healthy breakfast is 4 or 5 sources of fast sugar stacked on top of each other, poured into your body during the dawn phenomenon, your most insulin-resistant hour. It can spike your blood sugar as high as or higher than a stack of pancakes. And people eat it every single morning, proud of how healthy they're being. That, more than almost anything else, is why their numbers keep climbing. But here's the wonderful news, and it's the whole point of today. You may not have to give it up at all. You just have to fix it. And I'll show you exactly how in a moment. But first, let me hear from you, because it genuinely helps. In the comments right now, tell me, what did you actually have for breakfast this morning? Just type it. The oatmeal, the toast, the cereal, the eggs, whatever it was. Let's see, as a community, how many of us have been eating a healthy spike without knowing it. And if this is opening your eyes, please tap that like button. It takes 1 second and helps YouTube share this with more people our age who are quietly struggling with their blood sugar. Thank you. Now, let's fix your breakfast. And the first rule is so simple it sounds too good to be true. The single most powerful change you can make is this. Never eat your carbohydrates naked. What do I mean? A carbohydrate eaten alone, that lonely bowl of oatmeal, that piece of toast by itself, rushes into your bloodstream unopposed. But when you eat that same carbohydrate alongside protein, healthy fat, and fiber, those 3 companions act like brakes. They slow your stomach's emptying, they blunt the spike, and they turn a sharp, dangerous peak into a gentle, manageable rise. So rule number 1, build your breakfast around protein and fat, and let the carbohydrate be the smaller side character, not the star. And the king of blood sugar-friendly breakfasts is one we've praised before, the humble egg. Eggs are almost pure protein and fat, with virtually no impact on your blood sugar, and they keep you full for hours. 2 or 3 eggs with some vegetables is, for most people over 60, one of the finest things you can eat in the morning. Add avocado. Add a handful of nuts, and you've built a breakfast that holds your blood sugar steady as a rock. Now, what if you love your oatmeal? I'm not going to take it from you. Here's how to fix it so it works for you instead of against you. First, switch from instant or quick oats to steel-cut or old-fashioned rolled oats. They digest far more slowly. Second, shrink the portion. Half a cup of cooked oats, not a heaping bowl. Third, and most important, add protein and fat to it. Stir in a scoop of protein, or have eggs on the side, or top it with a generous handful of nuts and seeds and a spoonful of nut butter. Fourth, swap the sugar bombs. Lose the honey, the brown sugar, and the banana, and instead use a handful of berries, which are far lower in sugar and rich in fiber, and a big shake of cinnamon, which research suggests may actually help blunt the blood sugar response. And fifth, drop the orange juice entirely. Drink water or black coffee instead. Do that, and your oatmeal goes from a sugar bomb to a genuinely healthy, steady energy breakfast. Same comfort, completely different effect on your body. And there are two more simple tricks that work no matter what you eat. The first is the order of your food, what researchers call meal sequencing. If you eat your protein and vegetables first and save the carbohydrate for last, studies have shown your blood sugar spike can be significantly lower than if you'd eaten the same exact food in the reverse order. So eat the eggs before the toast. The second trick is beautifully simple. Take a 10 to 15-minute walk after breakfast. When you move your muscles after eating, those muscles pull sugar out of your bloodstream for fuel, without needing much insulin at all. A short, easy walk after your morning meal is one of the most powerful and underused tools for flattening a blood sugar spike. No gym, no sweat, just a gentle stroll around the block or the house. Your morning blood sugar will thank you. Now let me bring this all together into the simple plan I'd hand you on an index card. 1. Understand that morning is your most vulnerable window because of the dawn phenomenon, so breakfast choices matter most. 2. Never eat carbs naked. Always pair them with protein, fat, and fiber. 3. Make eggs and vegetables your go-to, the steadiest breakfast there is. 4. If you love oatmeal, use steel-cut oats. A small portion, add protein and nuts, swap sugar and banana for berries and cinnamon, and skip the juice. 5. Eat your protein and veggies before your carbs. And 6. Take a short walk after you eat. That's the whole plan, not one bit of starvation or misery in it, just a smarter way to eat the mornings you already enjoy. Let me tell you about a patient. I'll call him George, 70 years old, a proud, disciplined man who was, frankly, insulted when his doctor told him he was pre-diabetic. I eat oatmeal every single morning, he told me, almost angry. I haven't touched a donut in 20 years, and he was telling the truth. But when I had him describe that oatmeal, the instant packets, the sliced banana, the honey, the big glass of orange juice he was so proud of, I understood his rising numbers completely. George wasn't failing his diet. His healthy breakfast was failing him. So we made a deal. He didn't have to give up his morning oats. We just rebuilt the bowl. Steel-cut oats, a smaller portion, 2 eggs alongside it, a handful of walnuts, and a shake of cinnamon on top, blueberries instead of the banana, and water instead of the juice. And we added one thing, a 10-minute walk to the mailbox and back after he ate. 3 months later, George came back with his morning blood sugar readings, and they had come down beautifully, right out of the danger zone. His doctor was thrilled, and George told me he actually felt more full and had more steady energy than he'd had in years. Same breakfast, he said, shaking his head, just done right. That's the entire lesson today, in one sentence. So here's what I want you to do right now, before you click away, and just pick one thing for tomorrow morning. Maybe it's adding 2 eggs to your usual breakfast. Maybe it's swapping the banana and honey for a handful of berries and cinnamon. Maybe it's just taking a short walk after you eat. Just one change. Start there tomorrow. Because protecting your blood sugar isn't about giving up breakfast or living on sad, joyless food. It's about a few small, steady adjustments that, morning after morning, can be the difference between sliding toward diabetes and all its complications and staying strong, energetic, and well for years to come. If this opened your eyes today, please give it a like and share it with someone you love who starts every morning with healthy oatmeal, cereal, or juice. Your share might be the thing that protects them from diabetes before it ever takes hold. And if you're not yet subscribed, please join us, because every week I bring you clear, honest, doctor-explained guidance to help you stay strong, sharp, and independent. And one important reminder before you go. Everything I've shared today is general education based on current research and my years in practice. It is not a substitute for your own doctor's advice. This is especially important if you take insulin or other diabetes medication, because changing how many carbohydrates you eat can change how much medication you need, and that must be managed with your doctor to keep you safe. So bring what you've learned here to your next appointment and make your plan together. Now go and enjoy a breakfast tomorrow that loves you back, steady, satisfying, and kind to that hard-working body of yours.